Attention all crypto holders. In today's video, I'll be going through the truth on Bitcoin and Ethereum and much more. So stay tuned and watch to the very end. My name is Tom and this is Crypto Busy. Also be sure to subscribe to the Crypto Busy channel today and make sure to leave a like. It very much helps us out. So with that all being said, let's jump straight into the video.
So where do you think we are on this chart right now? You can see here you have the smart money, the institutional investors, and then you have the public. So at the beginning here, you can see that there's the takeoff, the first sell-off and the bear trap, the media attention, the enthusiasm, the greed, the delusion, the new paradigm that we all see, the denial, return to normal, fear, and then capitulation. Where do you think we are on this chart? Personally, for myself, I feel that we are on the first sell-off and the bear trap. We've had media attention, a lot of enthusiasm in the market, but I just think, as I've been saying in earlier videos and in previous videos, I have been saying that I think eventually we'll be seeing these sort of face melting gains where it will be absolutely insane, and I just think we haven't seen that just as of yet from this price action we've been seeing with Bitcoin and the altcoins and the sort of bull cycle that we're in right now. We can look in the past and compare different bull cycles, the 2013 bull cycle, the 2017 as well, and look what happened in 2013. There was a bit of a bear cycle within the overall bull cycle, or we could be seeing something like with 2017 where, again, there was sort of a bull cycle in the beginning of 2017, and then for the majority of 2017, there was sort of sideways action. And then at the end of 2017, there was an absolutely crazy bull run, which Josh and I were a part of, which is insane to think of at the time. But going through that bear winter from 2018 to 2020, a lot of sideways action there as well. So I think we are at the first sell-off and the bear trap just for the time being, because I just don't think we've seen that sort of insane, sort of percentage gains in one day. We've seen it sort of previously with Dogecoin and others out there, but they're just meme coins at the end of the day. I think there are other altcoins that haven't seen their light of day just as of yet. And so that's why I still believe, we're sort of not out of the woods of this thing just as of yet. And there's a lot of other things going on at play here. A lot of fundamental good news. The main overall bearish news at the moment is China's crackdown on the miners. And once that is all set aside, then I do think we've got a lot more good news to look forward to. So we just have to go through this particular stage and this process to get through all of this. And then I think on the other end, it's going to look really good. So we may be seeing more sideways actions for the rest of June, and then getting into a bit of early July as well. More sideways action, maybe a bit more bearish action. But I think going towards the end of July and then going into August and September, a bit more positive action there as well, because all of the miners have done their selling. They may have moved to Russia, or they may have moved to El Salvador. Lots of cool places to move to and start mining there going forward. So who is selling? Whales aren't selling. The sharks, the dolphins, they aren't selling. But the big holders, they are holding. It's many people who are sort of new to the market, who got into Bitcoin around sort of $20,000, maybe $30,000, maybe even people that got in at $60,000, which is absolutely insane to think about. But been reading about it in the media recently. I saw a Sunday Times article about a guy who got into Bitcoin at sort of $46,000, and he put a lot of money into that at that particular time. And that's the first thing you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't go 100% into Bitcoin at that particular time. Dollar cost averaging, if you're new, dollar cost average, go into your positions, spread it out over a longer period of time. Don't go 100% into Bitcoin at one particular time, because it's so volatile. Things can change quite quickly. So that's a really important thing there as well. But the big thing here is that whales aren't selling. They're holding. They're not even going to sell any of their Bitcoin. They're just waiting for people who are, have fairly weak hands. They got fairly new to the market. Most people who are new to the market are getting out of the market because they've seen a sort of crazy price action, and they need to actually have their capital to live day to day. But the big guys, they aren't selling at all. And that's a really key thing to see there. And that is bullish for me as well. Going into the market itself, you can see here right now, Bitcoin's dominance is increasing. You can see here right now, it is 45%. Ethereum's dominance is also 17%. But that's the really key statistic here, guys, is that 45% of the dominance. So 45% of this market cap is in Bitcoin. And this, in my opinion, will increase over the next few weeks and also months as we see Bitcoin's price consolidate and also go to new highs as we progress through this bull cycle. This is crucial for it. Now, as an altcoin fan myself, I do love the altcoins. I think there's a lot more stuff happening for the altcoins. I'm not a fan of that initially, but then if you think about it a bit more, if you want the altcoins to do well, you need Bitcoin to do well. So if you see how altcoins performing, you have to look initially at Bitcoin's price action. And at the end of the day, the money goes into the market from Bitcoin's dominance increasing, and that increases Bitcoin's price. And so the capital flows from fiat into crypto with Bitcoin. And then eventually Bitcoin's price will consolidate a bit more and then go down into the altcoins. And that's when the fun starts, in my opinion, is when Bitcoin's price crashes just a little bit and the capital from Bitcoin goes into the altcoins. And that's where you see sort of crazy gains with the particular market here. So looking into what's happening with Ethereum as well, a bit of consolidation on Ethereum's price. I've actually opened a long position on Ethereum this morning to see what could happen. It's below $2,000. I think it's severely undervalued in my opinion. So I do think we could be seeing positive price action with Ethereum for the next few days. But for the time being, I think some sideways action just for the time being. You can see here Cardano is below $1.30, which is quite interesting. Also XRP. I'll be picking up some more XRP very soon. And I'll be making a video soon about which altcoins I'm picking up, which altcoins I'm buying throughout this dip, because again, I'm looking at the overall perspective. Look at the macro when it comes to these sort of things. You can take a day to day, look at the hour time frame, the 1 minute time frame if you really want to. But if you want to, look at the healthy price action, what's happening right now. Look at the weekly time frame for Bitcoin and with Ethereum, and I'll be going through this in much further detail later on today's video. Now, also be sure to subscribe to the Cryptopity channel if you haven't already, and leave a like. It very much helps us out. Let's go into much further detail. China Central Bank says that banks and payment firms must not provide services including opening accounts, registration, transaction, clearing, and settlement for cryptocurrency related speculations. This is big of what's happening with China, and the big thing behind this, what that's driving behind this, is that they want to make their own central bank digital currency, and they don't want to have something like Bitcoin compete with that digital currency. And you can see here also with the European Union, they're getting interested in, a CBDC. That's also quite important. And they see things heating up in El Salvador. So there's going to be a lot of competition for the next few weeks, months, and also particularly this decade. A lot of competition. And, countries across the world will bring out their best FUD to crash the market as much as they want. So that's a really important thing to be aware of there, guys, as well. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter @CryptoBusy and join our Telegram group chat. All links down in the description below, so you can check it out for yourselves in much further detail. We love seeing you over there as well. So going into some Bitcoin and also Ethereum technical analysis. Right now on Bitcoin's chart, I'm on the weekly time frame, and as you can see with the moving averages, the 20, the 100, and the 200 moving averages, we're not even anywhere close the 200 EMA. Nowhere close with the 100 EMA as well. As you can see, the 100 EMA is around sort of $24,000, $25,000. That would be sort of the ultimate bearish target if Bitcoin does close below $30,000. So that's the next thing to be aware of as well. If Bitcoin does close below $30,000, my next price target for Bitcoin will be $25,000. That's a really important one there to be aware of. But for the time being, it's looking fairly okay with it closing still above $30,000. That's a good thing to be aware of. And it looked like $32,000 was sort of a floor for Bitcoin just for the immediate short term. But you never know, by the time this video comes out, it could be completely different. But just for the time being, if Bitcoin does close below $30,000, then we could be seeing sort of a bearish target to around sort of $25,000. And if it does close above $35,000, then the next price target will be $40,000, as you can see right now with these lines that I've highlighted in blue, in yellow, and also in pink. So the blue line here is $40,000, and also the yellow line here is $42,000, and the $46,000, that's the pink line that you can see there as well. So these are the next key areas to be aware of with Bitcoin if we see a close above $35,000. Do comment down below all your thoughts and opinions of what we've gone through in today's video. All comments are welcome. All feedback is welcome. Bitcoin does dictate where the rest of the market is going, and so it will dictate where Ethereum is going as well. You can see here right now that Ethereum is closing around the sort of $1,900 for the time being. If it closed below $1,750, then we could be seeing sort of a bearish target around $1,500. But just for the time being, it's looking fairly okay. The price action is holding quite well. And again, on the weekly time frame, nowhere near the 100 or the 200 EMA. This is something really important to be aware of, guys, is that if we see a close below these sort of areas, which would be quite rare to happen, that it's looking quite good so far. So when in doubt, zoom out, look at the higher time frames. Don't look at the the 1 minute or the 1 second time frame. This doesn't help you at all. There's gonna be a lot of price action here. So look at the 4 hour. That's a really good one to look at, and also the 1 week as well. 1 week and also the daily time frame. That's a good one to look at. I mainly look at the daily time frame for myself. it gives me an accurate representation of what's happening with the market and where things are going. So if you want to get a much clearer picture of what's happening in the market and get your daily updates, get coin calls every single week and also every single month, get great support from the team, be sure to join our CryptoBusy VIP coin calls and our CryptoBusy VIP coin calls Gold. You get more access and also more things, more benefits with the golds here. So there's lots of good stuff happening over there. And we're on there as well. Josh and I are on there, actively on there, discussing with you guys. We do webinars every 2 weeks. We go through the market in much further detail. So be sure to join that, and I'll leave it all linked down in the description below so you can check out for yourselves in much further detail. All links I'm going through in today's video, I'll leave linked down in the description below. Another important news, this is bullish news for you guys. The Grayscale is considering 31 crypto assets for investment products. You've seen in the past how Grayscale can actually impact the price of Ethereum. Well, this is going to be impacting the price of Banker, of Curve, of many other cryptocurrencies that are out there. Which is really good to see. Yearn Finance, Uniswap, these are really important cryptocurrencies, and it's good to see that they're getting their light of day here. Again, what I talked about earlier here with the digital euro, this is an interesting one here as well, guys, is that the digital euro with the European Central Bank, I think there will also be potentially calls for a US dollar in sort of a digitized form, and same in the UK as well. Interesting times ahead, that is for sure. I'll leave all of these links down in the description below so you can check out yourselves in much further detail, but do comment down below all of your thoughts and opinions. I'll be very interested to hear what you guys have to say, and I'll also be responding to some comments down below as well. So when in doubt, zoom out, look at what the bigger picture is, look at the fundamental analysis. Right now, what is happening with all this price action is that miners are selling their Bitcoin in China as form of capex to move from one country to another. So there's a lot of capital expenditure to move all of your equipment from one country to another. This is really important here, guys. So that is the thing, that's the major driver for the time being. And when one big whale sails, and that also does affect the rest of the market. People who are very new to the market think that, oh dear, it's gone from 35,000 to 32,000 in a short space of time. Therefore, I need to get 100% out of my position. You have to have that long-term perspective when it comes to it. El Salvador have already adopted this as legal tender. Bitcoin is looking to make a comeback with a Tesla as well, and many other good news that's happening out there, including with Grayscale and many other things. So, take every day as it is. Look at the macro, and it's looking good so far, in my opinion. I'm still bullish. I'm looking at the weekly timeframes. I'm looking at all the positive things that are happening out there. So, it is looking good. Yes, there are going to be days like this, and we have said this before in the past. There will be days like this. There will be weeks like this where the market dips throughout this whole bull cycle. We've not seen the end just as of yet. That is my opinion when it comes to this sort of thing. So comment down below all your thoughts and opinions on that as well. Make sure to leave a like and also subscribe to the CryptoBusy channel today. And that's it for me in today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.